orchard in Greer, South Carolina. We were picking some peaches today. We hope you enjoyed the footage. We had a lot of fun.
That was fun.
And we have a lot of peaches here. So we are going to make peach fritters on this episode of Crazy Delicious Cooking. And I'm so excited. I've never made these before, but I feel like it's a great dessert. I mean, you can eat it for breakfast too. For kind of finishing off summer, because peaches are just almost done now for the summer, and kind of transitioning into fall, because I know everyone's excited for fall foods and activities. So this is kind of saying goodbye to summer, hello to fall. All right, so we've got our peaches here, and I think we're ready to get started.
Yes.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and grab 3 peaches out of my big bag here, and then I will let Liz take the bag away. So I'll be using 3 peaches for this episode. Oh, I probably have about 20 more in there.
Yeah.
We're gonna cook something else up. Peach crisp, peach cobbler, peaches for breakfast, just on yogurt.
Everything
it's perfectly
peachy.
fine. Yeah. All right. So the first thing that we're gonna need to do is kind of create our batter, and we're gonna need a big bowl. So glad my assistant's here. Okay. And we're gonna just dump our dry ingredients in. So we've got 1 cup of flour. We've got 2 tablespoons of granulated white sugar. 1 tablespoon. And 2 tablespoons. And then we've got 1 teaspoon of salt and 1 teaspoon of baking powder. And then we have a 1/2 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. So I think the cinnamon in this recipe kind of gives me those fall vibes. There we go. Gonna go ahead and mix this all together. That's gonna be our dry ingredients. All right, and then we're gonna go ahead and incorporate our wet ingredients. So we're gonna do a 1/3 cup of milk, 2 eggs. That was messy. This is quick and easy. All right, our 1 tablespoon of melted butter goes in as well. And then we're just gonna whisk this batter all together. We're just gonna whisk this all together. It's very thick. Make sure it's well combined. All right, so we've got our batter done here. And then the next step is to go ahead and cut up your peaches. So I've got 3 here, you can use 2. I want to make these extra peachy, so I'm going to use 3. So set this up here, and then I'm going to go ahead and get Lois to peel these peaches for me. So you want your peaches to be a little bit firm for this. You don't want them too mushy. You don't want them overly ripe. So they're going to be like crisp pieces in your peach fritters. I've always tried apple fritters. I mean, I've never tried to make them, but I've always eaten apple fritters. So when I came across this recipe, I thought peach fritters would be really tasty for the end of summer.
The smell of peach is so fresh.
I know, it was really fun picking them ourselves. We picked blueberries before, and that took forever. This we were like done picking in 10 minutes.
Yep.
Probably less because we were taking pictures. But.
Right.
All right, so my peaches are peeled. I'm gonna go ahead and cut these up. And you want them in pretty small pieces. So I'm really gonna chop these kind of in little chunks. Probably only like this big. Pretty small here. I saw some lady at Dollar General when we went to buy the oil, and she was buying a can of peaches, and I wanted to tell her, honey, there are fresh peaches like right up the road, and they're not that expensive. Okay, so I actually ended up just using 2 peaches because I think for the amount of batter that we have, the 2 peaches is enough. If you have smaller peaches, you can use 3, but I think this will be enough. So I'm gonna go ahead and put all my peach chunks right in my batter. And then just kind of fold these in to combine it. Just go ahead and fold your peaches in gently. Guys, these look crazy delicious. Okay, our batter is done. All we need to do now is get our oil ready and we're gonna fry these babies up. So we are using vegetable oil. You can use whatever oil you would like. And we're gonna go ahead and get this heated to around 375 if you have something to make sure your oil is the right temperature, but we're gonna have to wait a little bit for our oil to heat up. Okay, so I've decided that I want to use my wok for this just because it's super deep. I'm going to just fill this with oil and it'll allow me to get a good, nice, crisp fry on my peach fritters. So, alright, I'm going to turn my stove on to medium high and then in goes the oil. Oh boy, almost everything. So I almost used the whole bottle of this Crisco vegetable oil. It kills me. It really does, but it's gonna be good. Our oil is still heating up. It's gonna take a while. We don't want it to get too hot.
We have the trays ready.
We've got our trays ready. One we have with paper towels, and the other one we have with like a cooling rack. The paper towels, you're just gonna set them on here for a quick minute, let them drain the oil. And then we're going to put them on our rack, and that's what we're going to make the glaze for. So we're making a powdered sugar milk glaze. You can dust them in just regular granulated sugar if you want, right when they come out. We might do a little bit of both, but I think this glaze is just going to be really pretty on top. It'll give it a little bit more sweetness too. Just what we need, more sugar. So you're going to do the 1 cup of powdered sugar. And then the milk, there's no measurement for the milk. You're just gonna kind of pour a little bit in until you get it to be kind of like a thick glaze texture. So don't pour too much at first. Do it kind of little by little. Like I put the tiniest amount and that looks good. I probably put about a teaspoon of milk for the cup. And you can see it's really like a glaze. And we'll drizzle that on top then. Just mix it all up here so it's not too chunky. Yeah, it looks like enough to cover them all. Always clean up as we go. I mean, this recipe is super easy. Just combine the ingredients, fry it up, glaze them, eat them. So I'm using a 1/4 cup here just to kind of like spoon it in. Your batter is going to sink to the bottom and it will rise to the top. So here we go. That's one. Oh, it's good. Here goes the other one right in there. I do like 4 at a time. So you're going to cook these for about 2 to 3 minutes. We're going to flip them too, and just until they're nice and golden brown. Okay, these look pretty good on this side. I'm going to go ahead and flip them. Just going to flip them with my spoon. Look at that golden brown color. Woo! They look good. And we're just going to cook them on the other side until they're about the same golden brown color. And we'll be good to take them out. Okay, so I think they're done on the other side now. They look nice and golden brown on both sides. We're going to go ahead and take them out. Lilith, go ahead. all kind of shapes. You're never gonna get them perfect, so leave them on the paper towel for just a few seconds to kind of drain that oil off, and then move them to your cooling rack. All right, so I put 4 in my first round. I'll probably have enough to do 4 more. So this kind of makes about a total of 8. The recipe.
Yeah, they're ready.
All right, they are ready to take out. So let's get your tongs. So our peach fritters have been cooling for about 10 minutes now. I just didn't want to put the glaze on too early and have it all kind of melt off. So I'm going to go ahead and glaze these up, and then we're going to bite into one and see how they taste. All right, I'm going to just mix my glaze again here. And then get a little bit of it. Let it just kind of drizzle over. And if you have kids, this is where your kids can really help out. They can do the glaze. It'll make them feel so happy. All right, these look so yummy. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to eat one. So on today's episode, we made peach fritters. They look absolutely crazy delicious. We went to Fisher's Orchard in Greer, South Carolina to get our peaches fresh from the trees. We picked them, we brought them back to the Crazy Delicious kitchen, and we fried up these bad boys. So we're gonna go ahead and do a little taste test before we say goodbye. So I'm gonna grab this one right here, this little baby one.
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Let's see how these taste.
Wow.
Wow. They're so fresh. They're just fluffy enough, but then crispy on the outside, and the glaze just gives it a little bit of something extra too. These are really good. I would make these again for sure.
So yummy.
So we're gonna go ahead and finish up eating these, and we hope that you enjoyed today's episode and you'll go ahead and try this recipe out for yourself. I'm gonna link the entire recipe in the description below, and we hope that you'll go out and support local businesses, whether it's at a U-Pick or a farm stand. So thank you for joining us on another episode of Crazy Delicious Cooking. Today we made peach fritters, and we hope that you will follow us on Instagram and Facebook, like us, and subscribe right here on YouTube. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye. These are not always perfect.
Oh my god, why are you throwing that like that? That's rude.
Ugh, all the shade.
I want it like...
all the shade.
No, the consistency was that they were like
Oh,
this.
it's okay.
Okay, whatever.
No, they were like this then. You were doing them like this.
That one was in that corner.
No, it's fine. But
Okay. Well, you're all about consistency. The towel has to be striped every time. Oh, put it up there. Now it wasn't up there in the last shot.
yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Nice.